Respect to all that's gonna be that watching this right now. This is part two of what I was talking about earlier today about friendship. But this is what I want to talk about right here. What going on in this Texas school in Texas? Y'all heard about the Crown Act, right? See, workplaces, school, no matter where they cannot discriminate against you cause your hair texture. And this melanated young man who been wearing hairs in locks for I don't know how long. Then all of a sudden, Texas passed the Crown Law Act where that he cannot be suspended or anything is for school or you can't be let go because of with your hair, the texture of your hair. But they decide to suspend him. Not once, but twice. And this person in black Texas student given additional suspension for lock hairstyle. Okay. This what it says: a black Texas high school student who was suspended because his lock hairstyle violated the district dress code was suspended again upon his return to school Monday. An attorney for the family told CNN. So you already suspended for a lock hairstyle. You said it violated the district dress code. Where in the world does it? He violated the district dress code where the law says he can wear hair no matter what it hair it locks and his texture, whatever style of hair he want to wear. So you discriminate against that. Okay. Dale Jones had been suspended for more than 2 weeks because his hairstyle violates the Barbers Hill Independent School District dress and grooming code, according to his family. The code states that male student hair will not extend at any time below the eyebrows or below the earlobe. CNN's previously reported. Alan Booker, an attorney representing the family, told CNN Tuesday that the school official had asked George and his mother to meet to discuss the continued disciplinary action over his hairstyle violation. Me and the school board ain't mean if that was my son, me and the school board ain't mean about a damn thing. We ain't mean about a damn thing. You suspended him because Texas just passed, because the state just passed the Crown Act, but all of a sudden, when they passed it, it was no problem before Texas passed that law. You know, so what the problem now? Okay. The family has been given to Wednesday deadline to meet with school officials, the lawyer said, and meet with my lawyer. That's all I want to say. What I expect for them to try to do is to put him out of school, Booker told CNN, but they won't do it without consent. Okay. The family was previously told the team would be placed in disciplinary alternate education plan, also known as alternate school, if he didn't cut his hair, Booker said. I'd be damn, I ain't finna tell my son or daughter to cut their hair because to certify y'all policy, which the law or Texas is above your school dress code. Because no, my son is not cutting his hair. No way, shape, form, fashion is he cutting his hair. Respect Anita Sweet. Ain't no way my son is cutting his hair because y'all don't cause he wearing it in locks. And y'all didn't have no problem with it till you suspended him the day after Texas passed the Crown Act. So what that tell you about that? Georgia Junior at Hill High School in Mount Belleville, whatever, received multiple disciplinary action notes was placed on in-school suspension for wearing his lock hairstyle in a ponytail. His mother said. She said Dad was suspended the same week the State Crown Act, a law prohibiting discriminating based on one's hair texture or protected hairstyles such as locks and braids, went into effect. Okay, Anita, sweet, how you doing today, Anita? His mother told CNN the family considered legal action. She said also school official told George his loud hairstyle violated the district dress code, which also states male student hammer that is stand below the top of a t-shirt collar or be gathered or worn in a style that would allow the hair to extend below the top of a t-shirt collar, below the eyebrows, or below the earlobe when it let down. I'm doing great. But this right here, take a listen to this week. This black male, this black student, this school suspended him because of his locks, right? And guess what? This black student was suspended the same week Texas passed the Crown Act because he wasn't in per se in the dress code. Wasn't in the dress code. What kind of sense that make? So you try to make a zap out of him, but you want him to cut his hair. I ain't gonna let my son. I ain't gonna let my son cut his hair. Okay, I'm not going. George was initially reprimanded by a school official for his locks and for wearing frayed jeans, which is also prohibited. His mother previously told CNN the school said the 17-year-old could change his clothes, but would also have to cut his hair. Wait a minute. They they try to suspend your son because of a mohawk? Come on, man. I used to love wearing a mohawk. But check this out. Here's another thing. Said told told her son that he could change his clothes, but he would also have to cut his hair. Make that make sense? Would you tell your son he had to cut his hair? No, I wouldn't. When the teen did not cut his hair, he was put on in school suspension. I don't blame him. I do not blame him one bit. I don't blame him one bit. Okay. Here's, here's another part to it. Here's the other part to it. And this was at yesterday, September the 20th, said they reported. Texas school district that suspended student over law asked court to clarify if dress policy violates the law. I know you did win. That's good for you. That's good. See, now they were trying to see if they breaking the law. Yes, you breaking the law. You are breaking the law. You telling the teen mother that her son got to cut his hair because of his locks. A Texas school district that has suspended a student for nearly 2 weeks over his loud hairstyle had asked the court to clarify if the district dress code violates the Crown Act, a state law that prohibits discrimination on the basis of hair. Yes, hell it does. What you think, Anita? Do that violates the state law? That violates the state law. And I seen the two. I seen the principal and I seen the superintendent. They don't have no hair. That's why. Barbara Hill High School student Dale George has spent more than 2 weeks serving in school suspension because his locks violated the district dress code, which states male students. Come on now. Attorney for Barbara Hill Independent School District on Wednesday asked the court to clarify whether the newly passed Crown Act prohibits grooming policy addresses the length of a male student hair, according to the district sports person David Bloom. Okay. Although we believe the new law does not govern hair length, we are asking the judicial system of Texas to interpret Barbara Hill, Superintendent Greg Poole said in a statement shared with CNN. The school district also said it would not enhance the disciplinary action against George. The 17-year-old was suspended again this week after returning from his original suspension. So you suspend him one time, then you suspend him again because he don't want to cut his damn hair. I don't blame him. Stand your ground, bro. Stand your ground, son. Mother, you teach him right. Stand his ground. It is a violation of the state law that y'all violated Robert Hill High School. He had been previously been warned and repeatedly that repeated violation of his dress code or the dress code would result in him being sent to disciplinary alternate education program, also known as alternate school. I'm trying to get the rest of it. Let's get the rest of it. Hold on, I'm trying to get the rest of it. Hold on, give me a second. Give me a second. Let's say, okay, Anita, take your time. Take your time. Which doesn't make no doggone sense that they did it to that child. They're just like friends. Friends, friends is dime a dozen, right? Okay, I'm finished reading this. She said her son was suspended the same week that the state credited a law prohibiting discrimination based on one's hair texture, uh, protected hairstyles such as lock braid went into effect. School officials told George his hairstyle violated the Bible here at the school dress code and grooming code, which states, yeah, we know that, we know that, we know that. Yeah, they are considering taking legal action. So why you got to ask the court? Is it against the law for y'all to do that? Which y'all know it is against the law. Bottom line, y'all just want him. Is there any other? This the question I got to ask them. Is there another uh, child and another person at that school got long hair and whatever? So what is the dress code for the female? That's what for the females in that school. That's what I want to know. That's exactly what I want to know. What is the criteria for the females wearing their hair long? See, they taking a whole lot of stuff and turning it into a whole lot of nothing. Cause they don't want that they don't want the boy that teenage boy to have his dreads. It did just it didn't just he just didn't grow them over the night. But y'all want to suspend him. Soon they pass the crown act. This is the question I got, Anita. This is the question I got. They wanna ask the courts if they violate the law by suspending him and asking him to cut his hair. When the law clearly states which protects him from cutting his hair. Do you think they have the right? Do anybody think they had a right to suspend him because of his hair texture and the style his hair is in? I don't think not. I don't think so. Cause I wonder what the other kids, other teenage boys, how their hair is. I wonder how what the policy on girls' hair. That's what I want to know. Yeah, that sound like it's picking on him. Cause look at it's spending one time because of locks. He came back with it all up, not nowhere near his collar, nowhere near past his eyebrows, and they suspended him again. But they want him to cut his hair. I'm not telling my son to cut his hair. Just like asking a so-called friend for some advice, and they give you advice. I think that what you want to hear. Try to be your yes man. Oh, Anita, they are thinking about legal action. They think about legal action. Believe me, they are thinking about legal action. But I tell you this right here, he's 17. He's a junior. He got one more year. I would ask him, although that where he's supposed to go to school, that we just sending his child to school. He ain't learning that anyway. He is not learning the real history, the real story. Right about that, I 100% agree with you on that. 100% agree with you on that. So they're telling me, oh, cause I ain't had no hair, he can't have none either. He supposed to cut his hair. No, that that's not right. That's not right at all. See, they trying to control. They already try to teach our kids how to. It's right to feel like you feel, and you can have a sex change. And then if your parents deny you, they would take away, and you can go have your sex change. They already uh, 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 putting nonsense in our kids' head. But yet you want to go, but yet you don't want to talk about the real story. You know, because then you want to come at a child because he don't want to do what you asked him to do, like cut his hair. Make that make sense? It doesn't make no sense. How are we as parents sit down? We got to sit down with our kids, our children, our sons, our daughter, and tell them and try to explain to them what's really going on in these schools. And that's why I keep telling people go respect James Wilson. That's why I said. That's why I keep telling people go to your state capital, look at the books, what laws they got in place. But don't just read the first part of it. You got to read all of it, even the fine print, and go see what kind of laws they got on the books. They try to put on the books that's not on the book yet. But ain't no way I'm cutting my hair if I took that long to grow them out. That's what the Crown Act was 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 for. See, this is what I like to see. I like to see a federal law for the Crown Act, the federal law for Crown Act. Then It takes it out of the state hand. Then guess what? But yet they can still sue 'em for discrimination. So when are these people going to learn? That's why you need to go learn your laws. Learn the laws. I was just on here for a quick hot minute. That's all. A quick hot minute. Cause we got to do what we got to do to protect our kids. And melanated women is the most unprotected, un they almost the most unprotected humans in this world. But guess what? Who's gonna protect our kids? Our kids need to be protected from bullies like a school system. They're filling their head with junk. But this is what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna go live tomorrow. I don't know what time, and I got plenty more I gotta talk about and got to get off my chest. Especially they try to push the alphabet agenda on our kids in school, and we should refer to a transgender woman as a she, which with me, I'm referring to what he was born. Then I got something for y'all to listen to tomorrow too. Thanks to everybody that go watch the replay. Thanks to the people that go to us in the chat. Thanks and love and respect. Anita. Anita, get you some rest, sweetheart, because I know you're still fighting, you're still here, you're still clawing, you're still stretching, you're still clawing, and you're gonna beat that thing. Everybody have a good night. Try to make try and make the today better than it was yesterday. And you have to love and respect yourself because you love and respect yourself, you see through the bullshit. Love and respect everybody. Twin East Nation, now River, State Gang. Oh, and to all the ones on social media podcasts that try to bring the truth to real life and what's going on in the world. Peace, and I'm out. Peace and love, everybody. Peace and love.